Personal Finance 101 Essential Tips for Budgeting and Saving. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Creating a financially secure life can feel like a daunting task that requires the skills of expert mapmaker and GPS programmer. You need to figure out where you are today and where you want to get to. As if that's not a big enough lift, you're then in charge of finding the best route to get from here to there, without veering off into costly detours. Building financial security is an ongoing juggling act. Some of the money balls you have in the air are going to be goals you want to reach ASAP. Other goals might have an end date that is a decade or decades off, but require starting sooner than later. Creating a master list of all your goals is a smart first step. It's always easier to plot a course of action when you are clear on what you're looking to achieve. Create a budget. Not exactly a sexy topic, agreed. But creating a budget happens to be the one step that makes every other financial goal reachable. A budget is a line item accounting of all your income, salary, maybe a side gig, perhaps income from an investment, and all your expenses. The whole purpose of a budget is to lay everything out in front of you so you can see where everything is going and make some tweaks if you're not currently on course to meet your goals. With this approach, the goal is to spend 50% of your after-tax income on essential costs, egg rent, food, car payments, and 30% on other needed expenses, say phone and streaming plans, or nice-to-haves such as dining out. The final 20% is for savings, building your emergency reserves, socking away money for retirement, and saving up enough funds for a down payment on a house or your next car. Another framework is the 60% solution, which divvies up spending and saving targets a bit differently, but with the same focus on making sure you don't shortchange saving for long-term goals. If your own pie charts look wildly different than either approach, that's your cue to spend some time considering how to adjust your spending or increase your income. A low side gig, or push for that promotion or raise already. That will get you on a solid path that helps you meet short-term and long-term goals. You can fire up an Excel or Google Docs spreadsheet to help you create a budget and track your progress. There are also budgeting apps you can sync with bank accounts that can make it easier to track spending in real time. Build an emergency fund. Okay, you likely need no convincing that having some money tucked away for life's endless stream of financial curveballs. Pandemic layoff, the deductible for an NRI on the knee you wrenched. Replacing whatever the mechanic tells you is the reason your car is acting up is perhaps the ultimate money stress reducer. But how to create your safety cushion? You got plenty of stressed out company. A survey by Bankrate.com found that 60% of people say they don't have enough money saved to cover a $1,000 emergency bill. And just $1,000 isn't likely even enough. Bankrate said that among survey participants who had an emergency in 2019, the average tab was $3,500. Building an emergency fund starts with setting a goal for how much protection you want to build. At a minimum, it's smart to have at least 3 months' worth of living expenses saved in an emergency account. 6 is even better. Pay off costly credit card debt. The unofficial term for the interest rate charged on unpaid credit card balances is insane. While it's common for banks to pay savers less than 1% interest these days on savings accounts, the average interest rate they charge credit card users with an unpaid balance is pushing 17%. Paying off high-rate debt is one of the best investment moves, and the average 17% interest rate charged on unpaid credit card balances is a big roadblock to building financial security. If you have a solid credit score, you might consider checking if you can qualify for a balance transfer deal to a new card that will waive interest payments for an initial period. Not having to pay any interest for a year or more gives you a chunk of time to make a big dent in repayment, without interest continuing to pile up. Save for retirement. Even if you have decades to go until retirement, the time to get started saving was yesterday. the longer you wait to get serious about this big honking goal, the more you will need to contribute to land in retirement in good shape. There's no one rule for how much you need to save for retirement, but a solid guideline is to have a multiple of your salary set aside at different ages. As you can see below, having retirement account balances equal to 2 times your salary by age 35 sets you up for success. When you're 50, the aim is to have 6 times your salary in retirement account, and by your late 60s, having 10 times your salary saved up is recommended. The best way to save for retirement is to use special accounts that give you valuable tax breaks. Many workplaces offer retirement accounts that you contribute to, such as 401 and 403 plans, the former by private employers, the latter by nonprofits and the government. And everyone with earned income can contribute to their own individual retirement account, or IRA for short. Many brokerages offer IRAs. With both 401, 403 plans and IRAs, you may be able to choose between a traditional account or a Roth account. The difference is when you grab your tax break. With traditional 401 and 403 accounts, you get an upfront tax break. Your contribution reduces your taxable income for the year. Traditional IRA accounts may also qualify for this upfront tax break, depending on your income. When you eventually make withdrawals from traditional retirement accounts, you owe income tax on every dollar you withdraw. Invest for retirement with a long-term focus. What you manage to save for retirement is the biggest factor in how comfy you're going to be when it's time to step off the work treadmill. But how you invest the money in your retirement accounts plays a large role too. Saving for retirement breaks down into how much you want to invest in stocks and how much in bonds. As if this needed pointing out now, stocks can be volatile at times, though over long periods, 10 years or more, they have historically delivered higher returns than bonds. A hidden risk to consider when you are deciding on your mix of stocks and bonds is inflation. That's the annoying fact that, over time, stuff costs more. Even at a benign 2% inflation rate, what costs $1,000 today will cost more than $1,600 in 25 years. Stocks over long stretches have produced the best inflation-beating gains. The right stock-bond mix depends on your personal goals, stomach for risk and time horizon, or number of years you expect to hold your investments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content. Hit the notification bell to stay updated with my latest videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching.